So now we're going to be moving to the rear of the element, and we're going to be installing the version 2 spherical high clearance LCAs with the new center tie bar. So for the 03 to 06 models, we reuse the OEM hardware. For the 07 to 11 models, we will be supplying new hardware, because the bolts are a different size for the 07 to 11. So I'll be including the hardware for the 07 to 11 orders. Every set of LCAs that you buy will come with the impact grade 19 millimeter 10-point socket. So this comes with the order of any LCAs, whether it's version 1 or version 2. So let's move forward and do the install on this. Fairly easy. So what I like doing is I like just loosening everything up first. Come over here. I just like loosening everything up first. For the 2003 to 06 models, it uses 17 millimeter bolts. 2007 to 2011 models, these are 19 millimeter head bolts. So they're bigger, as to why we supply, whenever you buy the center tie bar, you will receive a set of bolts for the 07 to 11 orders. So now that we loosen everything up, we remove the wheels just to make it a little bit easier for us. You can do this as well. We support the lower section here just to keep it from moving once we undo this. Once we undo the lower control arm, this will want to move inwards. So we use a jack or anything similar to just hold it in place. And you can remove the wheel if you need to. You don't have to, but in our case, it'll be a lot easier if we do. So to start off with, what I like doing is I like removing the inner bolt first. I like removing the inner bolt first. That way it gives us as much wiggle room so these bolts can come off fairly easy, because they are in an angle that causes a little bit of bind. So by having this bolt removed, this will allow us to have as much movement as it needs to come off fairly easy. Because the last thing we want to do is damage these. I'll take them off little by little. Not all the way yet. See how it moved? Moved out that way. Oh, there we go.
Once in a while, guys, you might get these bolts super stuck. And that's because these ones comes with Loctite, right, from factory?
Yeah, sometimes they come with factory Loctite, or it could just be the corrosion.
What would you recommend if you see any people having problems like those are super stuck?
Heat.
Heat, right?
Heat this area up as much as you possibly can, and remove them. Try to loosen them up first with the impact, and then once you heat them up, just do it by hand. Do it by hand. It's gonna be very difficult, but that gives you or allows you to feel what the bolt is doing. Just clean the surface off real quick. It's good. I'm just gonna add a little bit of grease to all these bolts. You don't have to be shy with the grease neither.
These aren't having the sphericals. It does help with the installation, Joseph?
Correct. It does help, because then it allows you to move this accordingly to wherever you need to. So for here, now we can move it a little bit. There you go. Perfect. So these, you want to run them down by hand or with the impact, or however you would like. I like doing it by hand just to make sure everything goes in nice and smooth. So then from here, I'm actually gonna need your help, Miguel. We're gonna need help pushing this in and moving this control arm just a bit. So we'll see right now. So what I like doing is just like getting it in place till we're actually almost there. A rubber mallet, that's what you want to be using. And then with the flat screwdriver, we'll come in here, we'll move this. With the punch, we'll center this. Boom, centered.
That was pretty easy, Joseph, to do.
Practice. Practice, practice, practice. So with the sphericals, you're always, it should be, in theory, an easier install compared to the rubber bushings, because the spherical allows you to move this control arm accordingly, whereas the rubber bushing is a solid bushing, and now when you kind of have to work with it. Right here, should be easy. We'll install this right now. So now that we have this greased up, we'll go ahead and move forward with the install of the tie bar. So now that we have this in place, we're gonna leave everything loose. We're not gonna tighten this yet all the way. We're not gonna tighten that all the way until we finish the other side, because we have to tie this to the other side. So we'll move on to the next side. Same procedure. So support this, support that. So it's a good thing we're replacing these, because look, they're already cut, worn out. I don't know if you could see that. One step closer. Ready?
Yep.
So now we'll move forward and we'll do this. Ready?
Yep. So you gotta hold the arm
You gotta
in
hold the
place,
arm.
right?
Yeah.
And then try to
There we go.
align it.
Perfect. My hand. That. Make sure that goes in nice and smooth. And then with these, because they're sphericals, you don't need to put the vehicle on the ground to torque it. These you can just torque right away. You don't have to put it on the vehicle. Because there's no rubber bushing to resist anything, be good by doing it now. Perfect. All right. Easy as that. Check out the clearance.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Huge difference. Aluminum, if you hit it hard enough, those are the consequences.